Some places are known for their beauty, their grandeur, their brush with fame. But others carry something else. A weight. A whisper. A shadow that doesn't belong. These are the places where the past never rests. And the dead never truly check out. Today, we explore the top 3 most haunted hotels in the USA. Enter, if you dare. Chapter 1, The Stanley Hotel, the real-life overlook. Before the blood-red elevators, before Jack Torrance lost his mind, there was the Stanley Hotel. Stephen King's The Shining was born here, not from fiction, but fear. In 1974, King and his wife stayed as the hotel's only guests during its off-season. The halls were silent, the air icy. That night, King jolted awake from a nightmare, his son running through the hotel's endless corridors, chased by something inhuman. That dream became the seed for one of the most chilling stories ever written. But some say, it wasn't just a dream. Perched in the Rocky Mountains of Estes Park, Colorado, the Stanley looks picture-perfect, until dusk falls. Then, the air thickens. The shadows stretch longer than they should. The 4th floor is alive with energy. Laughter echoes where no children stay. Doors open and close with no hands to guide them. Room 217, King's Room, carries its own legend. In 1911, housekeeper Elizabeth Wilson survived a gas explosion there. Since then, guests say she's still around, folding clothes, unpacking bags, straightening shoes. And then, the piano. A beautiful Steinway that plays itself at night. Some say it's Flora Stanley, forever returning to the music room she once adored. Her husband, F.O. Stanley, is often spotted in sharp black and white, walking the halls like he never left. But what unsettles visitors most, is the feeling. Like you're being watched. Like something ancient and unseen is following your every step. Would you dare stay the night? Chapter 2, Hotel Chelsea, New York's House of Shadows. Among the bright lights of Manhattan stands a Gothic monument soaked in memory, the Hotel Chelsea. It has housed the brilliant and the broken, and many believe it still does. Step inside and everything slows. The wallpaper whispers. The mirrors watch. The air is heavy, not just with age, but sorrow. Famous guests once filled these rooms: Mark Twain, Dylan Thomas, Andy Warhol, Patti Smith. But not all who stayed here ever truly left. Room 100, the site of Nancy Spungen violent end, remains infamous. Found stabbed in the bathroom, her final screams are said to still echo down the hall. Sid Vicious was arrested, but the building kept the secret long after his death. Some say Nancy's spirit never forgave, and never left. Dylan Thomas, the poet who drank himself into a stupor, collapsed in room 205. Some nights, you'll hear verses whispered in the dark. Or see a blurred figure leaning against the wall, reciting poetry only the dead understand. But it's not just the famous who remain. There's Larry, an unseen man in vintage clothes who talks when no one else is in the room. Friendly, chatty, and gone in an instant. Then there's Nadia, known as the severed hand ghost. Once a silk merchant's daughter, her heartbreak became too much. Pressured by her family, abandoned by the man she loved, she lost herself. One night, she vanished from her room. Later, guests reported a ghostly woman near the stairwell, limping, weeping, one arm trembling at her side. She stares up at the window where her life ended, as if she's waiting for someone to stop her fall. And then, Mary. They say she survived the Titanic, only to be consumed by grief. Her husband gone, her world shattered, she withdrew into herself inside the Chelsea. One day, she simply stopped speaking. Her body was found days later, suspended from the ceiling fan, her eyes open. As if still searching for him. Now, she's seen in mirrors. Pale. Watching. Sometimes brushing her hair. Other times, reaching. Michael Imperioli once claimed to see her reflection, and swore never to return. The Chelsea still books guests. But those who linger too long, they might find themselves part of the story. Chapter 3, Chateau Marmont, where fame fades into fog. High above Sunset Boulevard sits the Chateau Marmont, a castle for the stars. But behind its ivy-covered walls, stories unfold that Hollywood would never dare script. Built in 1929, it became a retreat for actors, musicians, and legends on the edge. But its halls whisper of a different truth, one of heartbreak, scandal, and spirits who never took their final bow. John Belushi, the beloved comic, passed away in Bungalow 3. Decades later, a young boy staying there began laughing alone in the corners. His mother asked what was so funny. "The man with the funny face," he said. He later pointed to Belushi's photo and said, "That's him." Today, the lights still flicker in that bungalow. Cold spots crawl along the floor. Guests report unseen hands brushing past them, and the sound of laughter that fades into silence. Others speak of a woman in white, always walking toward the balcony, but never reaching it. Her face is never visible. Her presence, chilling. And some spirits? They don't show themselves. They just linger. A typewriter clicks when no one's there. Footsteps echo down empty halls. Actors who once hid their secrets here seem to have never left. They say the Chateau Marmont traps more than just gossip and broken dreams. It holds on to the souls who came for peace, but found something else. Some buildings age with grace. Others decay and whisper. The Stanley Hotel. The Hotel Chelsea. The Chateau Marmont. 3 places where the walls remember. And the dead still walk among us. Would you dare to stay the night?